Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here with another episode of Rabbi E in 3D, brought to you as always by MEOR DC. And I love doing this live Facebook feed because it's so much fun. And I want to continue a little bit about what I talked about last week. I know people have been on the edge of their seats for the continuation of building joy in our lives. And it's all for the purpose because of coming to Purim, which is next Friday. Now, I can't say for myself that it's been a continuous building project. It's gotten stalled. There have been some red tape bureaucracy, and it's gotten clogged up. But I'm committed to getting back to the building project of joy, of Simcha, appropriate to the month of Adar, even an Adar in a year as difficult as this. In preparation for Purim, which, as I said, is a week from today. And a week from today, I hope to see you, maybe gathered with my family downstairs and with libations and altars, libations of different kinds, and wonderful feasting, because Purim is a joyous holiday. And it is a challenge, of course, in these times to still tap into the spirit. Like I alluded to, it's been a challenging week. I mean, nothing major in my life, but I'm back on the joy track. Now, what's in the background here? That actually has to do with the Torah portion. It's the tabernacle, that wonderful, ugly English word. That's the translation of mishkan, mishkan being the portable temple, if you will, that the Jewish people were commanded to build in the desert, and constructed of beautiful materials that the people had carried out from Egypt, gold and silver and other things, which they lovingly donate. When Moshe gives the charge to them from Hashem, Hashem says, let them build me a tabernacle, a mishkan, a dwelling place, so that I shall dwell in them. Literally, in the details of the building of this tabernacle fill several Torah portions. Details are important. When you're building an actual structure, externally, physically, architecturally, built on, there's got to be a vision, and there's got to be lots of details, a detailed vision, right? Same is true when we're trying to work on our inner selves, our inner lives, love of God, love of our fellow human being. Details are important. Big ideas and inspiring ideas, love them, but they must be expressed in details. And laborious, sometimes persistent work, even the work on joy, on Simcha. What could be less seemingly detail bound than joy, but we have to patiently, methodically increase the joy. So that's why I wanted to, that's the only thing I'm going to say about this week's Torah portion. Well, actually, another point, that the purpose of the mishkan, of the tabernacle, is in the words that I emphasized. Let them build for me with all these beautiful materials, God says, a dwelling place that I may dwell inside of them, bitocham. And on a surface level, it seems to mean amidst the Jewish people. And this, the central structure of the tabernacle was called the tent of meeting. It's that, well, you can't see it there. I'm pointing in the wrong direction, but it was the kind of rectangular structure inside of which God spoke to Moshe in the desert. And there was the ark there with the original tablets from the 10 Commandments. But in any case, a cloud hovered over the tent of meeting, signifying, palpably showing God's presence amidst the Jewish people. But the deeper meaning is inside of the heart of every Jewish person. In other words, the purpose of the external structure of the tabernacle and later the temple was to be a visible external reminder and mode of strengthening the internal connection, right? There's both external and internal in Judaism. Both are important. We don't have a tabernacle today, but we have many mitzvot, and mitzvot are built on details. And the mitzvot are meant to express an inner connection and build an inner connection. And that means it's almost time up, because I'm good to my word of Rabbi Ian 3D-ish, right? We want to build an inner connection with God, truthfully with ourselves, our deeper selves, with our fellow human beings. It's got to be persistent. Details are important, but the ultimate goal is not some external structure. When we do a mitzvah, the goal is not just doing an external action. It's having God, Hashem, the presence of God, live within us constantly. Don't do away with the mitzvah at all or the external manifestation. Oh, no, we'll just stick with a nice idea. It doesn't work that way. Judaism, beautifully, the Torah is a masterful interweaving of inner and outer. All dimensions of a human being, external and internal, are important. The Jewish people had an external building project of the tabernacle, the mishkan, and it was a medium for them expressing their simcha, their joy. And it was meant to bring joy and closeness to God. Maybe they're really the same thing deeply. Not that I live it enough, but closeness to God really is the ultimate simcha in life, joy of meaning, of purpose, of connectedness, of loving ourselves, of loving others. But the point is that external structure of the tabernacle and nowadays of all the mitzvot is meant to build and nourish and keep alive that internal connection, that internal joy. It's a week away from Purim. I hope this got you thinking, got me thinking, certainly. And I got to be a man of my word and got to try to build that joy steadily, persistently, thinking about the beauty in life, the purpose, even in the darkness. Look for the pattern, look for the meaning, look for the joy. Have a wonderful Shabbos. I'm going to try to be back several times next week. I've never done it. And it's, I'll go out of my comfort zone just to I don't know, talk more about Purim. It's a wonderful thing to talk about. It's a wonderful thing to think about how to have more simcha and joy in our lives. Thank you for listening. Good Shabbos. It's Adar. Increase our joy. I went over 3 minutes, but you'll forgive me because it's that time of year. Have a wonderful Shabbos. I stop the stream now. Be well.